Good morning. Welcome to the Obachanchatter. Today is May the 3rd, 2024, and welcome to this portion of the Obachanchatter. This is I know I told you I was tired of looking at reality TV, so I thought maybe to switch up what I do, I can do more movies, comment do my review or my commentary on on movies. And I'm one of them people. I usually like newer movies. I don't go back and get old shit. I just don't. I like new releases. So anyway, my first new release that movie review that I'm going to do today is for Arcadia. It was released. When was this released? March the 11th, 2024. The stars in this are Nickolas Cage and a couple of kids or young men. Jordan Martin, Maxwell Jenkins, and Sadie Soverall. And I think Sadie Soverall played in Euphoria. I think that's one of the actresses from Euphoria. Well, I love that show. I don't know why they took it off. That's not never coming back because too much stuff happened to the cast. That's one of the cast. After he killed he's committed. He off himself, or he did something. So anyway, this movie is post apocalyptic after we did a world war. Well, I don't know which one, but it's tore about here. So anyway, the Earth is invaded by these aliens slash lizards slash I don't know. I know this after you kill them motherfuckers, they turn into some kind of big ass flying cockroaches and they be everywhere. So it's like an alien. Then after you kill an alien, you get an insect, and it's kind of like that other show that came out, the one with the quiet place or whatever. But anyway, during the day, first of all, let's take place in some kind of farmhouse. It's post-apocalyptic. They're in the middle of farms. It ain't that they don't know how many humans is left, but he know from the movie you can tell it's not that many, but it's somebody. It's some people around, and anyway, the the movie started off with Kevin Costner. He was running, and you just hear these alarms, but you don't know why this alarm, and it's running in this daytime. But what I started noticing is that he trying to run, he trying to beat that sundown because during the daytime you can live regular if you can call post apocalyptic times living regular. But when that sun go down, that's when them things come out. They don't like light. So anyway, I don't want to tell the whole story. It was alright. It was alright. Okay, a scale of 1 to 10, about a 6.5. I'm hard on the fucking movie though, y'all. Because I have went to the movie and ain't like the movie and won't even stay to the end. If I used to when I used to rent movie from Blockbuster or wherever, go rent the movie, put it in. That's about 15, 20. I'm shaking my head already. I ain't watching it. And my family urging me, oh, keep it in, keep it in. You want it? Nah, I get up, start doing dishes or something, washing some laundry, or I'll do something while the movie is on. I'm still in the room with my family, but I ain't watching that shit. Well, anyway, back to this Arcadia 2024. I had wrote down some little notes in case some people are interested in this type of shit. I'm not really. Um, the director is a Ben Brewer. Um, the movie, damn, they didn't tell you how much the budget was for this movie, but it ain't even make $1 million. It broke almost 900,000. I'm like, damn, Nickolas Cage, you can't get a meal, but I guess all depends on how much they paid for the movie. That's why really wasn't a whole bunch of stars in it, because the budget must not. I don't know, but he the only star. I know the other people in it. I ain't never and the other girl, the girl. I ain't never I ain't never heard of none of them. And like I said, I ain't know who she was. I just recognized her from sight. So anyway, a movie about the aliens is on the earth. They're trying to kill all the humans. And you gotta live in your house and they can't see in and they try to get in. They scratch and they try to get in the house, but they can't get in the house. So they start over time, like anything, dude, like they start mutating and they start getting smart and doing shit. So you used to close your house up because they couldn't come in your house. So what they started doing, they say we can't come in your house through your windows and your doors or the top of it, but we're gonna come through this. We getting in here. So they started digging through the ground. So that shit is crazy. It kind of was like that shit. If you seen Doom with them worm things, but they don't look like that, but it's kind of like the same concept. They just bust out the ground that way. I don't know if you like my movie commentary or not, but if you don't got nothing to do and it's like it is day outside, nice and cloudy, you could throw that in. It'll be alright. Get you a little bit popcorn. Is there any gross shit in there? A little bit, little bit. Cause they always gotta have one of them. Cause the boys are twins. Well, anyway, let me get back. I'm sorry. You see him running, but you realize he's trying to run because he's trying to get home. And soon as you see him do that, and they just crying the babies because he has to leave them. He can't take them with him, so he got. And so I know he's scared. You gotta leave your house. I mean, your baby's in this damn farmhouse with these things running around, and you ain't gonna be here to watch them, and they can't protect themselves. But you gotta do what you gotta do. He's a single father during the end times. Well, you know. So anyway, next thing you know, 15 years later, they twin boys. They 15. So one of them, real. It's always you always gotta have one that's hard headed. Was my kids hard headed? I had good kids. My grandson though, he a little bit on the hard headed side. I was hard headed too. But you always got one. He don't follow the rules and shit. He don't take responsibilities. One good one and one not so good. So So even though with that going on, they got a weird. You my brother, I love you, but they got a crazy ass relationship. But no and behold, they both love their father. So anyway, one of them don't listen, get himself into trouble. Father got to rescue him. Blah blah blah. He go rescue him. Of course, if he gotta go rescue him, it means it's dark time. You ain't supposed to go outside till sunrise. Yeah, you're not supposed to go out with sunset. So anyway, it's some issues and some major shit happen. I don't want to tell you because you're gonna look. Well, fuck it. I'm just gonna tell you. Don't watch my shit if you don't want to watch them. If you want to watch the movie, don't don't watch my shit all the way through. So anyway, listen, there's one kid, Thomas is bad. The other one is good. What's his name? Thomas is good, and the other one ain't. I don't know his name. Yeah, I do. His name is Paul. It's Thomas and Paul. Thomas bad. Thomas cute too. That's why he bad. The cute one always got to be bad. So anyway, he keep every day they wake up, they got to do chores and shit before it get nighttime. And yeah, their house look like shit. That shit look terrible. It's ugly. It look post apocalyptic. So their house look kind of shitty. They're a bunch of men. They don't really care about that shit. He cooks some stuff to eat. The brothers are arguing and that type of shit. So one night it's time for the boy to come home, and he was running his ass off. And I was like, damn, he running like something chasing him, but he was trying to get that son in the house. And then you got to hurry up and run home, because if you don't run home, you'll see what happens. So when he finally get home, they get in the house, they do what they got to do to prepare for the night. And the boys, they start arguing. So one of the little boys, the Paul asked Thomas, why you always got to go to the Rose Farm every day? You run your ass off, nigga. He be running too. That motherfucker like he got wheels. And he was like, what's over there at that farm? So when the brother said that, I already knew if he keep going to the farm every day, it ain't to help this old ass man that he said this couple. It's to help. It's got to be a girl, because ain't nobody around. So anyway, sure enough, the father wanted him to do something. He said he don't want the little boy to go keep going there, because the more he go, you start liking somebody, the more you hang around them. You're supposed to be home at 10:30, and you be like, okay, I'm gonna leave in 15 minutes. It just be still being at 10, but it's like 10:45, 10. It's 10:50, but your ass is supposed to be home at 10:30. You see what I'm saying? So the father don't want him to get caught out there, so he sending them to do. Go with your brother to go do this shit. That I need y'all to go get some covering for the walls, because these damn things is trying to get in the house. So he said, okay. Why I gotta go with him? He says you gotta go with him, and he kind of want him to go with him because the other one, he book smart and shit. I don't think he clever, but he ain't that. He a brain man. He uses hard work in the brain, not so much in the hands. He real scientific, like if that's a word, scientific. he want to do shit. The other little boy, he just ready to put that pipe down or something. He going crazy. He ready to get back to the Rose Farm. So anyway, they driving. He's like, I always gotta go somewhere with you. I always gotta protect you. Using that psychology shit on Paul. And Paul's like, you ain't gotta go nowhere with me. I know what I'm doing. He said, good, bet. I meet me back here before sunset. And he just take off running because he's gonna run. And that's when we meet. He see this girl, and it's a whole fucking family. This girl got brothers and all types of shit, right? All that, all that, got all that, all that boy ain't got, but he need to be there helping his brother, his father. So anyway, him and the girl, they talk, they play. The father saying, I ain't got shit for you to do. And he really didn't see the girl. But so anyway, they wind up talking to each other. He's spending time with her. And then it's time to leave. And don't you hate that it's time to leave? And she gonna say, do you have 15 more seconds? And she hugged him. Now, he ain't gonna want to leave. When did he start running his ass off? He run the same path all the time from their farm to his farm. On this particular, he always do the same move. On this particular move, he stepped on this rock that he always stepped on. This motherfucker was wet this day, and he went inside this deep ass cave or crevasse or cave or whatever. It was deep in the goddamn ground. It was deeper than a burial plot. So anyway, it's getting dark. So at the house saying, where your brother, where your brother, where your brother? And the father said, God damn it, let's lock the house up. And he just started running because he running to find his son. And they got a dog. So the dog going too, he can find the little boy. But once he find the little boy, he can't get him out of the cave because it's nighttime, so they need to stay in there. But somehow or another, some things know they're in there. So them things is going to come after them. So the things was coming after them and they got away, but the father got real fucked up. So the wind up the next day, the little boy ain't sleep all night because they were trying to get in there with his ass, but the one that's smart, that motherfucker caught one. Now, why you would catch it and keep it in the house with you? And that's some shit I don't get it. So anyway, but that's what happened. So anyway, that morning he got up and he left. And he was looking in the dog. He saw the dog, and the dog led him to his family, and they helped get daddy out. He got hurt. And the Paul was mad as fuck at Thomas. He's like, he got hurt because y'all was trying to do shit. And I think he just came out telling you know why he hurt? He hurt because y'all was trying to do shit. They get the arguing this and that. Get him in the truck, get him home. Say, take him home. So anyway, there go Thomas with that shit with the farm. He said, we got to get daddy to the farm. And he's like, what? He said, Paul, we need to get daddy to the farm because we don't get him to the Rose Farm. He's going to stay here. He's going to die. He need medicine. He was like, I'm not taking him to no goddamn Rose Farm. He was like, we got to take him to the farm. You're going to help me take him. If you don't, he's going to die. He's like, Dad wouldn't even take him to the farm. He said, why wouldn't you take him? He said, even Dad wouldn't take you to Rose Farm. He said, why wouldn't Dad take you to Rose Farm? He said, Dad wouldn't go to Rose Farm because they ain't going to help us. He was like, get out of here. They nice people. He said, they ain't gonna help us. Okay, fuck it. So they drag him because the father is real bad off. He's real fucked up. So they put him in this car that the smart one tinkered with, but the father had to actually start. So they put him in. I forgot that part's important. They got a car or a Jeep or something. So anyway, they in the Jeep, blah, blah, blah. I'm missing out parts, so I'm gonna tell you all of the movie. So anyway, they put him in the Jeep and they get there, and when he pulling up the road in that goddamn car, because ain't nobody seen the car before. Everybody seen him there with just shotguns, because it's the end of the world. Motherfuckers is killing motherfuckers just to be killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, my father heard him in the back of the truck. We need medicine. Can you make him come? Can you help us get it? He was like, nope. He was like, the boy was like, what, motherfucker? I've been running up here to do this and that. He said, can we just stay here until he get, I can't leave, we can't leave him by himself. Can we just stay here to this and that and another thing? And the lady, they looked at each other and she was like, the mother now, nah, I'm sorry. And she was expecting too, the mother. She was like, no. And then the girl that he liked, Charlie, was standing next to the mother like, Mom, we do have enough medicine. We don't have enough. She said, but we will do this. You can stay, Thomas, and then your brother and your father can go back home, and that lets them have a little bit more supplies that they ain't got to deal. They got one less mouth to feed. We'll take you, but see, they'll take her for the daughter. So anyway, the boy Paul looked at him like, what the fuck? And he was like, It's your fault. You need to stay here, this, and that. And anyway, the brother, Thomas, get mad as a motherfucker. He just start choking the shit out of the brother on the ground. They start fighting. And they telling him stop fighting. And then he get up off the ground for his brother like he's so torn. Should I go with the shoulders or should I go back with my brother and my dad? But should I, my dad gonna die. And we ain't gonna be able to eat too, but I'm gonna go over here. And he just leaves the brother and the father in the Jeep and they make it back home. And he drag his ass in the house and all types of shit. That shit is crazy. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna tell y'all on that. That's 15 minutes and 18 seconds of this movie. And the movie is 100 and I think it's 125 minutes. It's considered a horror. And that's it. You don't know how to post a lot. If you my age, you know how that shit go. They gonna show you something ugly. Anyway, of course, you know what happens. I ain't gonna stop now. Hell, I done told y'all damn near the whole movie. Did I see the whole thing? Okay, we quit. Um. Okay. Then what happens? What happens? What happens? Oh, okay. The boy is upstairs in the bed with the girl on the bed. She's showing him his room. And they ain't never seen, they just know they got these feelings and they like each other. So anyway, they talking and they, are you nervous? And why would I be nervous? Both of y'all nervous. So anyway, while they get ready to start kissing, here comes the father and he like, oh hell nah, get out of here. But he don't make him go away. He make the girl leave. So anyway, I don't know if it's the next day or later on that day. I think it may be the next day he what's that day? He in there piddling around in that house looking for shit. He trying to find out what the medicine at. And the girl catch him and she's like, what are you doing? Thomas, what are you doing? Girl, you know what he doing. He trying to steal out your house. So he said, I need the medicine. Really, I need my father. He's gonna die without it. So she look all crazy, but she give it to him, right? But when she give him the medicine, one of the people, workers or people, his brother, somebody else in the house. So he's leaving. He don't so they don't see the kids don't see this man listening to them have this conversation. So he hugged Charlotte and he tell her, I'll be back, I promise. So anyway, she said, okay, but she knows she eating that shit because she's like, damn, 12 of them took all these pills. I wouldn't have gave him all of them. He just said, your father can't leave off of these 10. He in trouble. Yeah, take him. He got 10. He take him a half, cut him in half. He lasts for 20 days. I don't know what the fuck they. But anyway, I know she's feeling some type of way. So he was running. He was leaving, but it was already dark. But he didn't give a fuck. He wanted to get the medicine to his father. I'm sorry about that yawn. And he left. But before he could go out the gate, somebody was standing there with a gun. So they took this motherfucker to like a, all the houses are quiet. So they dragged him to this place where they was getting ready, they was gonna kill him. They was like, you a thief? He's like, I ain't steal. They handcuffed him to the barn and she was like, I ain't steal nothing. She gave it to me. Ask her. They was like, no, we're not gonna ask her. You're a thief. So they about to pump up this gun, but they hear this noise, right? So over in the house, Sadie hearing noise inside the house, and they in another section or another building on the property. And she in the house, and she coming there, one of them things on top of her mother doing like a humping thing. Oh, they all like spitting up in your face and all like blah and licking on you and shit. So she saw that. So she started screaming and running and shit. When she screamed, that thing looked up, that hoe took off. But somehow never she got a rifle, so she shot herself to where she had to go. Back in the barn, they get ready to shoot Thomas. I think somebody. Oh my gosh! I think I had somebody pull his ass through the ground or snatch him from something, but it all hell break loose, and the dude just saying, "Let me go, turn me loose, uncuff me." But then they tearing up the building, them things. So whatever is stuck to him, it broke off his shit, and then the girl come and they run, and then they run, but it's nighttime. So anyway, the boy in the house with his dad and shit, and he's like, man, we just gonna get fucked up. And something open, and he's scared, but it's the brother and the girl. And he was like, first of all, they wouldn't have got in that motherfucker. And then second, I don't know, they just wouldn't have got in there. And he knew how to get in there too easy. So anyway, he got in, and he was like, look, oh, I forgot. After he talking shit, father there down like a motherfucker, he got a pocket full of medicine. He was talking about nothing. And she was like, my whole family gone, the baby inside my mama's stomach gone. She didn't say all that shit, but the baby inside the mama's stomach is gone because the mama was pregnant. And he was like, "Oh, I'm so sad for that." And then he gave him the medicine. And the father, he put a pill in his mouth and shit. And next thing you know, this motherfucker walking down the hallway. I was like, "What kind of drugs is that?" So anyway, the smart one coming up with a plan because them things is gonna get you because they coming up through the house now. And they coming through the thing. Kevin Costner in the bed. Them motherfuckers coming through the chimney. It's a fire roaring in the room. That damn alien came down through the chimney. He's like, he liked the heat. So anyway, we see Kevin Costner. So anyway, they got a freezer, a whole bunch of shit. So they make them like some bomb shelter or something inside the freezer, and they set up this plane with propane and fire. You know the shit you need explosion with, and it's a whole bunch of these motherfuckers. But Kevin Costner don't think his kids is gonna be safe, so he ain't worth a damn no more no way because he got towed up in that accident. So he sacrificed himself and he locked the door. And the baby and his sons were screaming, like, Dad, come on, come on. Now, Thomas, though, Thomas said, you better get your ass inside this freezer, Paul, or you're going to get fucked up because Daddy is gone. We didn't hear him lock that door. He don't want you to come. So Paul's like, Dad, Dad. He's like, motherfucker, you better get in here because when the lid is down, the lid is down. And of course, Paul jumped in at the last minute, and this is an explosion from hell. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never seen nothing like it. I don't know how the freezer turned over. It was one of them big freezers that be on the floor with the top lid like that. The way that shit was going off in that house, ain't no way. That shit should have flew across the farm. So anyway, they get out and then these things they know how to get together. They connect to each other and they make a ball so they can roll. So they on fire and they're rolling behind them in their little car because they can't. He nervous. He's trying to start the Jeep because it's a piece of shit. And the thing is rolling behind him. The girl is shooting and she run out of bullets. But the wheel is catching up with her and there's some aliens and they howling and shit and they're on fire. And she just take the butt of the rifle and just hit it and the muffler just fall all over the place, just break. So anyway, I don't know. They keep driving. And they said, I think they're going to go try to find some other people to be around or be closer to. Or they're going to go around and make sure that them things wasn't digging in everybody's farm because they dug in her family farm, and I gotta go back. It was a part of the movie where he was looking out the window. He seen sheep running from the direction of the Rose farm, and that's probably why they was running because them things is coming about the ground. He saw him running from the pasture, like, and to me, I was like, shit, you better go get that. But it was weird. Thomas liked being at that front Rose house, at their house. I don't know what the fuck they did, but when he was at their house, the motherfuckers had chicken, they had milk. I mean, they was living the life till they got done up. But that's what they get for not sharing. Didn't want to share. Selfish ass people. So anyway, that's my review on Arcadia 2024 with Kevin Costner. Like I said, I gave it a 6.3 for, if I ain't had shit to do. But anyway, it could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with me for 23 minutes and 20 seconds, and I love it. Bye now.